Welcome back to So You Think You Can Have a Cold, the only podcast on the internet that has the most important Fortnite news known to man. Gentlemen, Tilted Towers is back today.
I don't
This
care.
is what was so important you had to wait to the recording to start to tell us.
Yes, it was. Tilted Towers is returned. My dog is angry.
Dude, it's just like the fucking World Trade Center Memorial.
Oh my god.
What the fuck, Phoenix?
Okay, so for today's episode, we got me, obviously, Matt's here, Phoenix is back.
Hi.
We have someone new with us, new person. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hey, I'm a Nick. I've been here for today now. But I'm a long-term friend to everybody here.
What's your favorite drop position in Fortnite Chapter 3?
The Borg Cube.
Did you say the Borg Cube from Star Trek?
Yeah, they're a Borg Cube or something?
No, it's not. That's Chapter 2. Jesus Christ. Get this guy out of here. He doesn't know shit about fuck.
We aren't talking about Fortnite today.
That's true. What are we talking about?
We're talking about Monster Hunter.
Hell yeah.
Monster Hunter.
Yeah, it's a niche close quarters combat game you may have never heard of.
Never.
Crazy.
And our friend Sergio here's an expert on it, aren't you, Sergio?
Yes, I am the OG Monster Hunter fan. 2008 Monster Hunter try of the friend group.
I remember seeing the commercials for that game, and it had the classic controller, and it scared me.
I honestly, with try, I started out with the Wii Remote and Nunchuck, and I couldn't play that game with the classic controller as much as I tried, which is weird, because I can play it with a controller now, but I don't know. Back then, like, I had to play it with the Wii Remote and Nunchuck.
Damn, bro.
Anyways, it's this episode is a Fanon Friday, so we are headed to the Monster Hunter Fanon Wiki to see if some people can actually fan it.
Sergio,
what?
Sergio, I have a question.
Yeah.
Since it's been like a year and a half, what is a Fanon Friday?
A Fanon Friday is a episode where we delve into a Fanon Wiki to see what the people on the wiki have created in their own personal canon for Monster Hunter, a Fanon, if you will.
Most of the stuff's pretty good. I took a peek at it.
Yes, I was pretty pleased for what I've seen so far from the Monster Hunter Fanon Wiki, which is a big surprise for Fanon Wikis, because usually I go on a Fanon Wiki and I'm like, what is
the last
this?
one I was surprised with was the Super Nanny Fanon Wiki.
That's a thing?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wow, maybe you should listen to our episodes, Nick.
I should.
And you would find out whether or not the Super Nanny Fanon Wiki was real or not.
I probably should eventually.
Yeah, it's got like 50 seasons of fully written Super Nanny episodes.
50 seasons?
It might be 30.
Something like that.
It's a lot.
Jesus.
Also, I just noticed, Sergio, I don't know if you've noticed, Sweaty Angles is 2 listens away from tying with our most viewed episode.
I didn't notice that. I'm assuming that's Gurren Jesus.
Yes.
So who wants to present their articles first?
I'll go first, sure.
Bring us to town, Mr. Joy.
Alright. You guys got any preference? You want the good, the bad, or the ugly first?
Let's go with the good one first.
Alright. The one that I liked to read, or at least found, was the Armored Bulldozer Bear-Off. For 2 main reasons. Well, 3. I think it's well enough written. The Bear-Off is one of my favorite monsters, and I really like the deviant species. The Armored Bulldozer Bear-Off isn't finished, sadly, or it's missing information based on the title of it. Last updated 3 years ago. But I like it a lot still.
Holy shit, that was 3 years ago. That fucked up my brain so hard.
Yeah, Armored Bulldozer Bear-Off. I cannot pronounce the Japanese name, which is a deviant of the Bear-Off. It has the title of the Armored Bulldozer, and the nickname of Red Bear-Off, HC Bear-Off, which sounds like a rapper's name, and Hardcore Bear-Off. It's under the Brute Wyvern class, lives in the desert island, sandy plains, and forlorn arena. The average size for gold is 2,616.5 centimeters long. Height. Is it length or height, Sergio?
It's length.
It's length. And the price for the smallest ones are 1,856.85 centimeters long. Like average, it's relative to the normal Bear-Off and the Jade Bear-Off. Signature moves are a giant boulder roll, has the element of earth, ailments of muddy and stun, weaknesses are water and fire. And the creator is a Monster Hunter Falco, given to a elusive seeker. Physiology. The armored bulldozer Bear-Off is covered in dark red-colored ridge plates, armored hide with brown stains. Stains come from years of wear from mud adhered to the brute's wyvern's body. The crown structure on its head is much larger, even more so than a Jade Bear-Off. The crown appears to be spikier now, giving a slight spade-like appearance. With large claws on its limbs and a tail tip has become larger as well. The abilities, just like an ordinary Bear-Off, armored bulldozer Bear-Off coat themselves in mud, protect themselves from the scorching heat of sandy plains. However, rocks sometimes get stuck in the mud, providing further protection. They're also more physically powerful, being able to scope huge boulders using just their heads. They send these boulders hurling towards hunters and body slamming them in an attempt to crush them under the rock. The behavior of this creature spends most of its time wallowing in the bog, partially submerged in mud. It's significantly more aggressive than normal Bear-Off and become extremely territorial when disturbed. Armored bulldozer Bear-Offs remain insectivores, feeding on neopetrons such as Altra, Banapra, and Conchi. Habitats are exclusively found in the sandy plains and sometimes wander into the desert islands and tower. Ecology. This is where it starts to fall apart a little bit, but it's fine. Hasn't been updated in a while, and I hope the guy would finish it, but they have no information on ecology. They are part of the...
This is Saurischia, I believe.
Saurischia? Subborder Tetrapod.
Theropoda.
Theropoda? Thank you. Superfamily of crownhead wyvern, family Bear-Off. Armored bulldozer Bear-Off. Armored bulldozer Bear-Off is a deviant of the Bear-Off. Its habitat range has been sighted in the desert islands, sandy plains, and tower. Ecological niche. Bears mostly eat insects, such as the Altaroff and Banapra, extremely territorial, and they will lie in wait underneath their bogs and lash out anything that disturbs them. Due to their aggression and power, only the most powerful predators such as Tigrex, Brute Tigrex, Bear-Off, and Deviljho are capable of defeating a Bear-Off. Which is completely untrue if you actually play the game. They kind of get bullied. The rare territorial distribution of Davos also may prove threatening. While traveling to the desert islands / mogwoods, they occupy numerous waterways and entries and feed on numerous crustacean insects, like mollusks. Inhabiting these areas brings them into contact with large aquatic predators such as 3 Largaceous species, Royal Ludov, Plesioff, and Gobel. Gobel is an ultra shad. I remember that much. And such the bears tend to avoid water sources that harbor these creatures. Despite coexisting with such powerful predators, bears have witnessed fighting and defeating Raphian. This shows these creatures are quite powerful in their own right. Biological adaptations. Armored Bear-Offs believe... I am getting a tongue twister from this, my apologies.
It's all good, bro.
armored bowler bear-offs have the same adaptation as bear-off. However, there are a few differences between them. Rocks get stuck in their mud armor, providing further protection. This gives the additional name armored bulldozer. When they shake their mud off their body, they also shake off these rocks that can stun hunters. They are very physically strong, being able to lift massive boulders using their head and some behavior. Armored boulders are truly dangerous monsters. The guild only allows hunters with special permits to hunt them.
Nice. I think it's a very interesting monster.
Yeah, I can. This does feel like something I think that they would put into the game. I mean, it seems like it's the natural evolution of the Baroth, just more rocky armor, kind of like the. I think because isn't it related to the Uragon in a way? I mean, at least they look similar.
No, you're thinking of the Radabon. Those are both very, very similar monsters. The Baroth is kind of its own thing, honestly, and it's
the Baroth is it's got the Thanos chin.
No, that's the Uragoth.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I mean, they're both brute wyverns.
It's wyvern. Man said a wyvern.
Yeah, I personally like this one because I could see this in the game. It doesn't seem too out there. It feels like it would have been.
What's the boxing monster? The one that punches you with explosions?
Brachydios?
Brachydios. I think that one is much closer to the Baroth because it shares the headbutt move and similar things.
I could see.
Yeah, I don't know. I would like to see something like this in the game. Maybe not armored bulldozer, just because bulldozer, but of like similar name and same design.
Well, I mean,
I don't know. Maybe like armored Titan Baroth.
Some of the other deviants follow similarly, like Blood and Avos and Silverwind.
What game was the deviants introduced in?
I'm not sure.
Was that Generations?
Yeah, it was Generations.
Deviant. Yeah, it was Generations and Generations Ultimate.
I only know them from Monster Hunter stories, and that's my ass.
I know them from Iceborne because there's some deviants in Iceborne.
Oh, are there?
Mm-hmm.
I never finished.
Yeah, there's
Iceborne.
There's the Viper, Toby Kadachi.
Yeah, there's a good couple of them.
Species. Deviants are like.
Oh yeah, I get what you mean. Yep, deviants are like super subspecies.
Yeah, they adapted.
Yeah, the Fulgur Anjanath.
Like Savage Devil Joe, I think, is a deviant.
That's just a Devil Joe. That's just well, in lore, it's just a Devil Joe that got really hungry and went insane because of it. But there's also
started. Isn't the Raging Brachydios also in World?
I think so.
The Furious Rajang.
Oh, dude,
there's also the Starving Devil Joe, but it was in Monster Hunter Frontier, so it basically shouldn't exist.
There's the Legiana and the Shrieking one, and then there's the Basil Geese and the Seething Basil Geese, also known as Nick when he plays Gears of War. Explosive and angry.
We're bringing up the Gears of War incident again?
No, not on this podcast. I think we've gotten enough inappropriate humor from Phoenix within the first minute of recording.
Have I?
Damn.
Oh yeah.
So
I forgore.
I think this is it's good. I mean, it's nothing to like oh, this is the greatest art club I've ever seen, but it's good. I could it's just nice, simple, and basic. Just a nice variant.
I'll go next. If we haven't, I was thinking if we each do one, we can loop back around. I couldn't fucking say that.
Yeah, we can loop back around if you guys would like to do that.
Yeah,
sure.
Why not?
All right,
let's go ahead.
I'm gonna introduce mine that I think Phoenix will enjoy. I think I told Nick this already because I thought it was funny, but I don't think I've told anybody else yet. My monster is a monster added in a crossover to Monster Hunter World Cataclysm, which is the Fanon Monster Hunter game. I don't know if we said that. I guess expansion. It's not really a game as much as it's an fake expansion for a world. But this one is called Nosferatu Zod.
God damn.
From the hit franchise Berserk by Kentaro Miura.
Rest in peace, his soul.
Rip.
Rest in peace. Nosferatu Zod is an apostle first appearing in Berserk and was added in a crossover in Monster Hunter World Cataclysm. Titles are Zod the Immortal and Beast Swordsman. Nickname is Demon Swordsman. His monster class is Apostle. He lives in the sunken catacombs. He's large. He's got no relatives. His signature move is Relentless Fury. What?
That's just really funny.
He's large and has no relatives.
Yeah.
Points finger. Orphan.
He has no elements. He stuns you and makes you bleed. And he's weak to thunder and aether, which I don't know if that even exists in Monster Hunter. I don't know if that's real.
I'm sure it was added in Monster Hunter World Cataclysm.
Oh, I'm sure. Let me get a picture of Nosferatu Zod for everyone who hasn't read Berserk.
Read Berserk.
Like Sergio.
Well, there's a picture of Dave Bautista, which isn't wrong, I guess. Yeah, check in fanfic links. This is what he looks like.
Whoever hyperlinked Zod at the bottom of this article linked to the Devil May Cry wiki by accident, where there isn't a Zod page.
Oh my god, that's funny. That's so
this?
funny. That's funny as fuck.
They come full circle.
Anyways, Nosferatu Zod, or Zod, appears as first as a large man with dark hair and many scars, looking similar to a human with some bestial traits such as fangs, red eyes, and a snout-like face. When transformed into his apostle form, Zod looks like a tall, muscular, humanoid beast covered in leathery black skin and fur, looking like a large fanged beast. He stands in a fully bipedal manner with a slight hunch, boasting an enormous height to tower over all those who would oppose him. Each of his arms are tipped with large claws, and the claws on his hands extend on... and claws on his hands on the end of his fingers, which is where they go. I don't know why they had to emphasize that the claws are on the fingers. My dog agrees with me apparently.
Yes.
Hooves, tail, lion fur, big head. Phoenix showed a picture, so I'm gonna stop explaining it to you. And if you're mad and you're listening that I didn't continue to explain it, literally go on Google.com. He's a real person. Read Berserk, or I'll beat you up.
Do it.
Anyways,
You out.
Zod has learned a large variety of fighting styles and tactics throughout his centuries of battle. He's able to fight with nearly any weapon he finds on the battlefield, but his preferred weaponry are dual-wielding swords and battle axes. He's able to inspect within seconds that a sword is damaged by the hunter's attacks and can quickly discard it, adopting a new battle style with his massive claws. In his apostle form, he can parry large weapons with his horns and claws, absorb arrow volleys with his thick fur and skin, and break through solid rock with sheer force. His strength is such that he can send a fully armored Guts with his Dragon Slayer flying across the battlefield with a swipe of his paw. Furthermore, he is capable of tearing fully armored men and horses to pieces with a single swipe. Not only this, but he is remarkably tough, even healing his wounds at the end of each battle with the hunter. When a truly angered Zod will fully open his wings and take on the hunter with full force, his eyes blazing red, and he will adopt new forms of attack. This is called the Unbound Fury state. Ecological information. Due to Zod hailing from another world, he does not belong to any food chain, yet he could severely damage the existing food chain of the new world. If Zod were to come across any monster, he would most likely try to kill it with impunity or try to tame them with his savage strength and tactical might. I want to see him fucking tombstone a Devil Joe.
Be so fucking funny.
Dude,
He would.
Zod does not partake in turf wars, only being fought in an arena. Zod does not leave any tracks, only being fought in an arena. Zod does not have any specific locale interactions, only being fought in an arena.
Man, I wonder if I can find him anywhere else other than an arena.
No. Zod will sometimes pause in the middle of combat to address Guts in a special assignment or the Hunter in any quest, with unique voice lines for both type of quest. Rage state. Zod's eyes will blaze red, and he will also be huffing steam. Unbound Fury. Once he is at half health, Zod will open his wings fully and become far more aggressive in his attacks. Tired state. Zod does not tire. Zod cannot be mounted due to higher intelligence, grabbing and throwing hunters off of his back when they use a clutch claw, similar to
You
Razor.
better not be able to mount him.
Don't mount Zod.
His effective part breaking, everything does 2 stars to everything but his back, and the hammer does 3 to the head. And he's weak to thunder and aether. And he's weak to blast, paralysis, and poison. Yeah.
You can read the
That's
quest
mine.
description.
Oh, they're quest descriptions? Alright,
Yeah,
this
yeah,
is the
no
G
quest.
rank 7-star special assignment, the Immortal Swordsman. Client, Guts. Well then, Hunter, there he is. Remember what I said about not fearing death? You can turn back now if you want, but stay out of my way if you plan on jumping in. That's what Guts sounds like.
Yes.
Notes, the Black Swordsman Guts will join you in this quest, wielding his signature Dragon Slayer and will sometimes fire his cane and armored Zod. Unlocks Nosferatu Zod to fight solo, completes the Berserk crossover when finished. And the other one, Nosferatu Zod has appeared once again, seeking a battle with you, Hunter. It looks like he's a lot more noble than his looks might lead on. Well, I'd hardly be one to come between 2 men in a brawl, so go get him.
You know, it'd be really, really, really cool. You know how they have a special theme music for all the crossover monsters?
Yeah.
What if it just constantly blasted forces as you're fighting Zod?
You mean base.
Sonic forces?
And then it turns into God Hand forces when he goes apothecary.
So that was my first monster in quotation marks.
I don't know how to feel about it. Because at least like
you should read Berserk and find out.
Well, I'm not talking. Well, I'm just talking about like as presented here. I don't think having just like, because I know he has like an apostle monster form he can transform into, but I don't feel like having a regular dude opponent works in a Monster Hunter game.
Leshen.
He's not really a regular dude though. That's kind of the point.
I meant like
giant.
I mean, is he giant norm? Like I'm just trying to imagine like.
Yes,
he's pretty big.
Monster.
Imposing.
Not to mention, I think you could.
He's
really
bigger than.
Easily... Go ahead.
He's bigger than a Leshen. And I think the Leshen is a pretty good fight in World.
You could literally just give him the Rajang moves. Just give him a custom Rajang moveset and you're good.
Because at least how I was getting it, I thought he was like regular human size, and then he turned into a beast.
No, he's pretty big.
Even when he's not in his demon form, he is inhumanly tall and inhumanly strong.
So yeah, I guess that would work.
I think like a height compared to like I think Guts is 6'2" and up to like the bottom of his chest when there's.
Mm-hmm.
So he's a good 9 feet tall, and the Leshen is like. How big is the Leshen?
It's at least 20 feet tall, I think.
I thought the Leshen was pretty small.
Maybe I'm just I just watched Witcher season 2, and I'm thinking of the Leshen that was in that one.
549. What is what? I don't know what measurement this is. 549.7. Is that centimeters? In Monster Hunter, I'm assuming.
If it's from Monster Hunter, it is centimeters.
Okay, then yeah, it's like 15 feet tall. But even then, I feel like they could easily just size him up, like. And it's not like we haven't fought small monsters before.
I think at least for me, this I don't know Berserk, so I'm just like, it's another thing for me to fight. Like, that's the one thing with like crossover ideas for like crossover monsters, because it's really like, I'm sure this is cool for somebody, but for me, it's just like.
I will say there are probably better monsters to take from the Berserk universe, just that thematically fit into World or Monster Hunter better. But the concept of fighting Zod with Guts, based. I love the idea.
Not to mention, I bet the quest reward would give you like the Blueprint Dragon Slayer, which would fit right into Monster Hunter Sword category.
Oh
What
yeah.
are the rewards for beating him?
Didn't the
You get carving
Dragon-
shit.
didn't the Dragon Slayer inspire most anime ones actually to be like just
Pretty
huge
much.
swords,
It
Yeah.
was
Berserk-
confirmed.
including Monster Hunter?
Berserk inspired most things in Japanese media in the same way that like Dragon Ball did.
It was confirmed the great swords were inspired by the Dragon Slayer, along with Cloud's Buster Sword. That is a fun fact.
Actually, Cloud and Sephiroth as a whole are inspired by Guts and Griffith.
It doesn't list what equipment you would get from him, but he did list carving rewards.
That's interesting. Since we covered Zod, and I actually, Jacob and I should have coordinated this better, I picked the Monster Hunter World Cataclysm expansion itself to read up on, because I think this is
I was thinking about
wildly
doing that,
impressive.
but I figured someone was going to.
Yes, it is wildly impressive what they've done for this. There are custom monsters, there's custom quests, and there's a whole bunch of great stuff. Shall I go ahead and get into
Sure.
it? Monster Hunter World Cataclysm is a fan-made expansion made by Acoustism, which is acoustism, but spelled like autistic with the beginning part.
Acoustism, yeah.
Acoustism. That is based on the world and lore of Yes.
I pulled up his page on the wiki. I don't know if you care about that at all.
Go ahead.
He's from Ireland. He's from Ireland. He was born in September of 1999. His favorite weapon is the greatsword and the hammer. Specifically, favorite monsters are the Zenogres, Nergigante, Gammoth, Great Jaggy, White Fatalis, Raging Brachydios, Gosharog. I can agree with Gosharog. It's pretty cool. Favorite element is Dragon. Favorite element is Blast. Least favorite weapon is Switch Axe. Fuck you, Sergio. Get shit on. He hates the Kongolala. His favorite Monster Hunter game is Stories 2, and he doesn't have a least favorite. And according to this, his name is :3. Thank you, Acoustism, for the very cool page and the nice little blurb on who you are.
He has created over 126 items for the Fanon Wiki. Acoustism, fucking legend. This guy is insane.
You want to play Monster Hunter sometime?
He's gonna play with us, and then
He'll
like
know.
he gives Sergio a fucking look because he uses the Switch Axe.
He'll be like Switch Axe user spotted. Circumcising.
This is an open offer. Just add us on Twitter if you want to play Monster Hunter with us.
Yeah. Does he have a Twitter? I wonder. We can tag him.
I'll let you get up to that while I read through Cataclysm.
Yeah,
stuff.
you read.
So, Cataclysm apparently was meant to add in the G rank to Monster Hunter World, but Iceborne kind of beat him there. When it comes to all the crazy stuff you've got going on here, they have a new flagship monster. In addition to areas, they have is it a full story quest list, or is it just most of it? It is nearly or entirely filled with the story quest. He has titles for all of them. I don't think he's actually written anything for all of them.
He's got descriptions if you hit show quest.
Oh, okay. Or maybe it's just buffering. I don't know. It's a shit ton of quests that are made up for it. There's a whole new monster list that is available for where things can be found, and the gimmick is that there is a new area called the Cataclysm Ancient Forest, or at least I believe there are Cataclysm areas. Those parts. In addition,
he has a Twitter with 6 tweets and 0 followers.
Damn,
I was gonna say, I was looking on the story quest page. He has a DLC called the Celebration of Rise, which is a Rise crossover that adds some monsters from Rise.
Oh yeah, he's got like whole DLC things ready to go and shit. I think he even has his own custom skills added in here, or maybe it's just. Oh no, I think it's no. it is custom skills. That's cool.
He
You've
also
got,
has 2 other crossovers, DMC5 and Dark Souls 3.
I was gonna read the DMC5 one, you fuck.
Oh, sorry. Well, I mean, you can still read it. I just pointed out that he did it.
But yeah, you're circumcised now. Look down.
Capcom, hire this man.
All right, the new story is available as the expansion explores the ruined new world. You're trying to track down the Dala Madur and discover why it is acting so odd and rampaging all over the continent, along with why the new flagship monster, the Burkranox, is following it so closely. Now, for those of you who did not play Monster Hunter 4 or don't know what the Dala Madur is, it is an elder dragon giant snake monster, and it is terrifying, horrifying, very cursed. But
Based.
the Burkranox, I think from what I was reading, it's basically an Uragon that grew giant balls that he uses to kill things with, and by grew giant balls I mean it's just based. It's an amazing monster. Not gonna read into that because that's not what I chose, but basically it's got toxic abilities, it's got little venom sacs inside of it. It kind of replaces a Nergigante. And it gets its shit eaten in by Ruiner Nergigante, which is quite funny to me. There is a new hub that is available in Cataclysm called Lagura. It is situated in the northern island of the Glimmering Isles and can be built alongside the people by completing certain optional quests and customized by choosing building materials, statues, and more. There are 2 new weapons that were made with this Fanon expansion. They are the Whip Spear and Trap Shot. I read through both of those. They're both really, really interesting. I think these would be awesome.
I would love a
weapons to
whip
have in the
weapon
game.
in Monster Hunter.
Yeah, the Whip Spear is awesome. It's really, really fucking cool.
I would love a whip in Monster Hunter.
I'll just quickly read the summaries of both of those since we're on the topic. The Whip Spear is a new melee weapon, first introduced in Monster Hunter World Cataclysm, a transforming weapon that attacks quickly in a whip form used for high mobility and weak strikes, which also charges up usage for its halberd-like spear form, which boasts an axe-like blade below its point so it can both stab and slash. When in this form, the weapon sees a boost to both attack and the ability to use files, but loses the massive mobility, speed, and range of the whip form. I really like the idea that it's like a charge blade, but more mobile.
But a whip.
But a whip. And then you've got the Trap Shot, which is a new ranged weapon first introduced in Cataclysm, a ranged weapon that is similar to a slingshot, in fact. It has a high status and raw value with a lower element. Its shots change based on slinger ammo that is loaded into the hunter's slinger, which can be quickly crafted into these unique pellets, with unique effects tied to the slinger ammo they were created from. The trap portion of its name takes from its ability to take a moment to create unique traps without the need for actually having traps in your inventory, with a window of vulnerability to compensate for the ability to do it freely. Its relation to the bow can be likened to the light bowgun's relation to the heavy bowgun. Less damage, but more speed and versatility. I think that's a good idea, and I like it. I really quite like it.
I can finally cosplay Usopp.
Yes.
More like Usopp, bitch.
No, you.
Well, you Usopp these nuts.
You get a new house. It is a mansion and is available for hunters once they complete the story of Cataclysm, with far more space for pets, as well as a trophy hall for the skeletons and wall mounts from the new trophy system. There is a Tail Rider stable where you can care for and bond with your Tail Riders. You have a trophy system where each hunt in the Guiding Lands, also known as the Grinding Lands, now has a chance for certain bones of a monster, or merely or more rarely a trophy for you to collect. Piecing together fossils will grant rewards for each one completed, as well as the trophies. There's a paleontology and archaeology system where you can send out Tail Riders for fossils, artifacts, and more from the New World's ancient past for display in your trophy room. There are also 3 new monster classes. The Skeletians are large beasts that function like 4-legged saurian dinosaurs, such as the Triceratops and Ankylosaurus, with improved defensive options over their more offensive cousins, the Brute Wyverns. Then you have Sauridians, which are similar to that, but sport larger size, long necks and tails, and less armor. Then you have Behemoths, which are Leviathans, but much bulkier and less streamlined. They have fully adapted to life on the ground. As well as this, some monsters have been reclassified, with the herbivore class being split up into the other classes, and subspecies like Black Diablos now classed as variants. There are also new elements, such as Earth, Wind, Nature, Ether, and Void. So it looks like Nyx Monster was also part of this, which is nice.
Sweet.
Improved and unique turf wars and other monster interactions would be added. Dynamic ecosystems and weather systems, extended tail rider abilities and utilities, eight player raid style hunts, reworked clutch claw and tenderizer skill for optional damage increase and not decrease if not used. Cataclysm introduces G rank as the rank above Master rank and includes slight revamps of monsters already seen in Master rank, as well as some new locations to face off against these familiar monsters. Okay, so now there's 4 tiers. There's low rank, high rank, Master rank, and now G rank. What does the G stand for? Probably in this case,
Gunt.
God. Gunt.
Gunt.
That's for
Gunt.
Gunt Hoedown.
Good
Elements and
rank.
weapons now also apply
Gunt.
statuses to monsters in a limited capacity when built up. Awesome. Man, if only making a game was as easy as thinking about it, this guy would be a fucking billionaire.
Yeah, I
would
was
pay
gonna say.
so
I'm
much
saying-
money for this.
Yeah, I feel like the dynamic ecosystems and weather systems would be like 9th gen Monster Hunter game. I don't think you could just shove that into World real quick. That would probably require a complete revamp. But I
Most
like what
likely,
you're
yeah.
putting down.
Yeah, the concepts here are really ambitious, and I really, really, really like them. He also has a whole teaser trailer that he wrote up.
No
We see a
fucking
group of
way.
monsters. Yeah. What? Who? Nobody spoke. Okay, I'm going insane. We see a group of hunters.
Man's
eyeing
having
their
a
prey.
schizophrenic meltdown.
Okay, now you're talking. You see a
Among
Nargacuga in the
Us.
brush. Jacob, do you want to go?
Yes? Yes?
Do you want to go, motherfucker?
Yes?
Oh, we're throwing hands now, boys.
I want to
Okay.
go.
Right.
I want
Shut-
to go to
shut-
Aldi and get...
Fuck up the shoat, upshut the folk. You see a group of monsters eyeing their prey, a Nargacuga, hidden in the brush of the ancient forest. One motions to another to set up a pitfall trap nearby, and when set, all of them charge at the monster. It snarls and begins to hop around and attack. In the flurry of combat, it is severely injured and falls into the trap and is quickly captured. The team arrives in Astera, monster in tow, and are greeted by the research team, excited about the new capture. Suddenly, a massive tremor is felt, and the world itself turns upside down as a massive claw smashes into Astera. After a moment of darkness, with only a heartbeat and panting could be heard, a hunter is pulled to his feet by another, and they gather around with other survivors. In shaky shots, we see the back of the Dalamadur continuing its march towards some unknown objective, as the video fades to black. The title Monster Hunter World Cataclysm comes into view, along with the release date and the video ending. God, I wish this was real.
Yippee!
God,
Yeah,
I
it's
wish it was
cool.
real. So bad.
This seems like a
Gameplay
legit-
trailer.
I would do
Mhm.
anything for a new weapon.
Yeah, a new weapon would be awesome. It's been a while since we got one.
What was
What
the
was-
most recently added weapon? Is it the Insect Glaive? Because it's the last one.
The Charge Blade. The Insect Glaive is actually quite old, I believe.
Isn't technically the Tonfas the
Tonfas. There aren't fucking Tonfas in Monster Hunter. What are you
Well,
cracking
are you
they're
talking
in
about a spin-off
Frontier.
game? Yeah,
they're in a
Frontier is
spin-off
weird
game.
though.
Spin-off
Yeah.
games aren't real.
I've always wanted to play Frontier, but that's for another time. Yep. Wait, is it? Can you even still play it anymore?
Nope. Both Monster Hunter Online and Frontier have been shut down at this point.
Fuck. Maybe there's a private server. I'll have to check afterwards. There's a gameplay trailer. There's a story trailer. There's a Lagiacrus trailer, which is a work in progress. There's an Insanity trailer, which is also a work in progress. There's also a Celtos trailer, which is also a work in progress. And then there's the DLCs. He has 5 DLCs planned for this. There is an entire pack called the Magala pack, which I think is genius because the Magala creatures should be in world. They're so fun to fight. They're so insane. The Rise pack, as Sergio pointed out, where a bunch of monsters from Rise get added. The Black Dragon pack, where you fight the Perdition Malfestio. and the Arca Jiva. Then there's the Siege Pack, where it adds in the Neopteron, Atalka, the Salvo Legiana, the Ironclad Tetsukabra. So many cool monsters. And then, of course, the crossovers. There is a Devil May Cry 5 crossover, Star Demon Goliath. Then there's the Dark Souls 3 crossover, the Dark Eater Madir. And then, of course, Nosferatu Zod, the third and final crossover.
They picked the worst dragon from the crossover. I'm shaking
Oh,
my
you
head.
bet. Oh, you bet,
Can't even
motherfucker.
get cow meat.
Okay, there are... Oh, no. Help in monster creation and their icons. Okay, so this is not just a one-man show. But holy shit. This is really ambitious. I skipped over, like, reading all of that really detailed, specific stuff, but almost all of these link to their own pages, like Whip Spear, Trap Shot, Lagra. Those are all full pages.
Oh, he
Crazy.
even put in
Petition
endemic
for the whip
life.
spear.
He did Endemic Life, too? I missed
Yep.
that.
There's a if at the top where like the different lists are, there's
Oh,
endemic
shit,
life.
that's right. He's got Idols and Combo List, Endemic Life. Gosh, damn. I wish I had enough time to write stuff like this guy does. Then again, I do, and I just don't, and I'm lazy.
To be honest.
Same, to be honest.
Same. All right.
I think we've got the winner here for best article thus far.
Yeah, I think
Well,
Cataclysm
just
is like a free
based on
win.
content alone.
Yeah, based on
absolutely.
content alone, yeah.
Yeah,
Just because
Cataclysm
every
is just a
other
free
article
win.
is linked to this article, basically.
This is like the motherboard of like articles. This is where
If-
everything comes from.
If Capcom released Cataclysm, I think it would be the best decision they've ever made. It's too bad it can never be made because it was too pure and perfect.
They're
Who
also
wants to
done
go
with
next?
World.
I guess
Phoenix?
I will.
What do you bring to us, my boy, my son, my child, my bright red star?
Something referred to as Devil Joe of the Sea. It's the Cariodos.
Carcariados, Charcariados, something like that.
Yeah, Cariodos.
He should put in pronunciation guides.
That'd be fun.
The Japanese name is easier to pronounce, so I'm just gonna call it Same from now on.
Bruh.
Oh, this is an entirely different fan game. This is Monster Hunter
Yeah.
Apex.
This is Monster Hunter Apex, from the same creators of Cataclysm.
Dude, Capcom stole the Apex idea from these guys. Let's sue Capcom.
Yo,
Capcom.
he added more. He added another new weapon in this one,
Yo.
the
Yeah.
Kestis, which looks like it's just like there's
It's
no
a fist
pages.
weapon.
Fist!
Yeah, there's no pages,
Fist!
but it's a fist. And there's a
I don't know.
claymore called the Claymore.
What would the Claymore be? Just a smaller greatsword?
Yeah,
I
that's
guess. Like somewhere between the sword and shield and the
It-
greatsword, I would say.
So it says here on the new weapons page, which it does link them. The Claymore is a two-handed sword that uses finesse to parry attacks and files to release energy that powers attacks.
Sweet.
So,
I think more files in the game would be nice. There's not enough weapons that use them.
So Phoenix, tell us
Anyways.
about the Carcaroidos. Sharkaroidos.
I'm just gonna
Sharkaroidos.
call it Murder Shark because I've pre-read this and it's pretty fucking edgy.
the Shark Dorito.
Yeah, Murder Shark is a massive piscine wyvern that terrorizes the ocean.
Piscine.
Okay, you're getting the pronunciation piscine now, so fuck
That's
you.
fine.
It's a piscine wyvern that terrorizes the ocean all over the world, introduced in Monster Hunter Apex. Despite its shark-like anatomy, it is much closer to the Delex and the adult form of Carcharis. Carchariados appears as a massive muscular shark with a mouth full of teeth, constantly replaced with teeth. It is so similar to a shark that it was once thought to be a fish. Closer examination to the anatomy placed them as piscine wyverns. Such traits include a vestigial gland and spines on their fins, similar to the spine of piscine wyverns like Similar to Beotodus, Carchariados has a large horn protruding Behavior. The Carchariados spends most of its time swimming around in search of food. They tread miles of water every day to devour any animal that catches their eyes and nose. Though large prey items are preferred, these creatures are highly aggressive and will attack anything of significant size, either seeing it as prey or competition. Useful information.
Competition.
We've talked about semen again.
Carchariados has a very powerful sense of smell, so meat is very likely to draw it in, and dung pods just as likely to force it away. So just shit in the water. And just bye-bye.
Imagine being about to be eaten by this thing and you shit yourself and it just goes, ew, and leaves.
Exactly. Like the Devil Joe, Carchariados is weak to its own draconic energy, so best to press this advantage. Placement in the food chain. Carchariados is an invader of habitats, forcing itself to the top of the food chain in any area it's found. Even apex monsters are vulnerable to this monster's fury, as well as anything beneath it. The only monsters that can pose a threat to it are other invaders, namely Morkidus, which is an orcish with whale monster, which is
Mork.
pretty cool.
I like the concept of like this being like a water themed Monster Hunter
Devil
game.
Joe.
No, I mean as a whole, like Monster Hunter game that takes place in the ocean.
Yeah, that'd be cool. And Elder Dragons. Behavior towards other monsters. Carchariados is an aggressive monster known to gorge itself on whatever it can grab in its jaws. However, it does prefer large prey such as Pokerodon, Plesioth, and Epioth. They have been known to cannibalize on carcass when they encounter each other. They eat their own children.
That's based.
That's base.
Damn. That's crazy.
Catch me
As-
doing that.
As an apex predator, Carchariados is highly aggressive towards other predatory large monsters, such as Lagiacris, Royal Ludroth, young Kurasepusu, and Baruragaru.
Baruragaru.
Baruragaru, I will.
Maruragaru.
Yeah. One monster that is well known for its predatory rivalries with Carchariados is Morkidus. These two can be seen in combat, often in places where the two are common and have overlapping ranges.
What about Gorkidus? Looks
Sorry, that's
directly at the
Elder
camera.
Dragons here. They killed both of them due to their cunning brutality.
Their brutal cunning or their cunning brutality.
Who cares? Anyways. Tracks. Carchariados leaves behind a variety of tracks, such as shed teeth, food scraps, and fecal matter, as well as shed and scrapped barnacles on walls. Specific locale interactions. In an icy locale, if there are monsters on ice, such as Pocarodon or Zamites Zamatrios, hunters may be surprised to see a Carcharos break through the ice to attack them. Special behaviors. Carchariados can occasionally be seen breaching to attack its monsters. Monsters have their own animations depending on what they are. When the Carchariados' tail is severed, it may possibly bite and eat it, which it does cause to regain some health for its rage state. So it's literally just water Devil Joe.
I don't think I'd like that.
Devil Joe literally eats its own tail as well.
I didn't know that.
Too quick.
Yeah. Kind of have to.
Now let's get some abilities in here. Carchariados' powerful jaws allow it to tear most monsters and hunters apart piece by piece, and the spines on its fins give it additional weaponry to utilize. Although it prefers its teeth, its horn can penetrate through holes of some of the strongest ships, and even more easily so with flesh and bone, especially of humans. Despite its great size, its powerful muscles allow it to move very fast, easily letting it chase prey that its powerful nose detects, giving its tail powerful striking power. One of its most dangerous abilities is use of the mysterious dragon element. Some rage and tired states are not listed, sadly. Mounting. As an underwater monster, Carcharidos cannot be mounted, but instead grappled. It can be grappled on its head, fins, and body. So that's pretty cool.
Nice.
Aren't all
What?
sharks muscle sharks?
Yeah, just think of Devil Joe, but if it made love to fucking Girototus.
That's
First.
based.
No, I don't want to think of this
Pickle.
the stupid pickle Rick meme on legs, and then the goddamn fish that had its face smashed against a car door for 12 minutes straight.
That's about everything, right? All the other stuff, just ecology stuff, which I didn't read for mine. I don't know if you want to read yours.
I mean, there really isn't. Well, there's something interesting about ecology, mainly about it being a piscine wife of a fish.
Piscine.
No.
Piscine.
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 Okay.
Yeah. It has fully functional gills rather than using lungs, unlike most piscine wyverns. And, let's see. Jaws are powerful, tearing anything it bites down upon. Should the prey be durable enough to survive this, though, a second pharyngeal jaw exists to keep the prey locked in its mouth and swallow it whole.
Oh, it's a goblin shark.
It's okay, yeah, it is goblin shark.
It's a goddamn muscle shark with a horn, extra set of jaws. I don't like this creature. I don't.
Yeah, an interesting fact is that the horn is breakable, except cutting damage has an X and no stars.
I just found a cursed as image on this wiki.
What?
Check general in the Fanon server.
I also seen some of those.
When
the
you
turtle
polygonal. When you polygonal.
There's other
When
like
you
Roblox creations on here.
There's other Roblox?
If you guys want to see what pharyngeal jaws look like, here's a diagram with a moray eel.
A moray eel?
Yeah.
Pharyngeal balls in your mouth.
When you say muscle shark, I just imagine the Thanos fish from SpongeBob when it carries Patrick in. That's what I imagine.
But yeah, that's pretty much it for the Carcados. Fucking
Carcados.
murder goblin shark.
All cursedness aside, I do like this. I wish they would bring back underwater combat to Monster Hunter, and I'd like to fight this thing. Big shark.
I didn't even know Monster Hunter had underwater combat.
It did.
Yeah, it did.
MH3 introduced it, and then it was. Did they bring it back for anything else? I think it might have just been a Monster Hunter 3 and Ultimate thing.
Is it in Genu or just Ultimate? Did Genu cut anything from Ultimate? Oh wait, I'm thinking of fucking Generations.
Mm-hmm.
Too many Ultimates.
Matt, was there underwater combat in Generations Ultimate?
Nope. Not that I can remember. And I played up the G rank and almost beat all of G rank, so I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think it was just very specifically in a Monster Hunter 3 thing. Monster Hunter 3 and Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate.
Yeah.
It did have its issues. It was really clunky. Sometimes it was just really hard to fight in underwater. Like, it was a cool concept that needed to be ironed out, but clearly they just decided to drop it entirely.
All right, Sergio, bring your creature to the table.
Mine is something that technically exists in the Monster Hunter lore. It's in like one of the art books. It is the equal dragon weapon. If you scroll up in fanfic links, if the picture on the page is the from the art book, it is a like biomechanical armored wyvern with like its organs and stuff falling out. Its corpse looks a little like withered. So I will read the description of it. Equal Dragon Weapon is an artificial monster that was created by the ancient civilization, being the first of its kind, having been crafted from the corpses of multiple elder dragons and being held together by a steel carapace. It served as a super soldier prior to the ancient civilization's extinction, and its very creation sparked the first Great Dragon War. Monster description: a hulking monstrosity. Yeah, it's basically the same thing. Equal Dragon Weapon resembles a bipedal dragon, having a draconic head, long limbs, a large pair of wings, and a stout tail. Its organic body primarily consists of exposed red-orange flesh, with white marbling being seen on the neck, chest, and upper arms. And to hold this flesh together, its body is coated in gray steel armor, with it primarily being seen on the face, back, limbs, wings, and tail. On its head rest 3 horns, with the middle one being long and yellow, and the left and right ones being shorter and white in coloration. The middle horn points high into the air, while the adjacent horns point downward and are curved like a bull's. Due to the visor-like structure on its head, it has no visible eyes, though its mouth remains on full display. Destroying the structure reveals a pair of blank white eyeballs. Ecology. Equal Dragon Weapon is an artificial creation manufactured thousands of years ago in a large industrial site run by the ancient civilization that is now known as the Ghost Workshop. It was the very first artificial life form they created, crafted from 30 horses worth of dragons, which could range anywhere from 30 dragons to hundreds of them depending on the measurements estimated. Good, because I was about to ask what kind of measurement is 30 horses worth? That's like the USA bullshit conversion meme. See here. The body is an amalgamation of elder dragon parts held together by steel armor. Yeah. It exhibits a wide variety of elemental abilities, being able to access fire, water, thunder, ice, and draconic energy all at once. And to prevent this immense power from getting out of control and destroying the creation from within, a heart-like core was installed within its body, allowing the monster to maintain control of its elements and use them as needed, with it being able to shift between them all in a moment's notice. In addition to this new elemental prowess, it was given the ability to harness different effects depending on the elements chosen. With the help of implanted organs, its flames built up explosive powder, its watery streams became immensely toxic, its electricity became powerful enough to paralyze foes on contact. Its icy constructs could blur an opponent's eyesight on contact, and the draconic energy combined with its claws led to vicious wounds that few dragons could recover from. In addition, the ancient civilization discovered that the more blood the beast shed, the longer it could stay alive, for it would malfunction without blood available to power the core. And to keep their beloved creation living, they would sick it on nearby dragon colonies, staring in awe as it ripped them to shreds to consume their blood. And as time went on, they would teach it new methods of fighting and putting its abilities to deadlier effect. Unfortunately for the ancient civilization, this act of scientific curiosity would soon lead to their downfall. Due to the ancient civilization's life forms requiring the loss of others' lives to create them, the dragons of old declared their unscrupulous pursuit of science to be an act of perversion against nature, and in sense, for the massive number of deaths caused by them, they would soon declare war on humanity. With the equal dragon weapon proved to be an efficient bioweapon, slaughtering numerous dragons in a period of time, it was soon outnumbered and overpowered, with the dragons shutting it down by studying it with an elemental barrage of their own, having deduced that the monster inherited the dead dragon's weaknesses as well as their strengths, before tearing off its limbs and slicing open its gut, revealing its vulnerable entrails and rendering it defenseless. Horrified at the current state of their first and most beloved creation, the surviving members of the ancient civilization rushed it into a warehouse and attempted to repair it, managed to reattach everything except the left arm and exposed innards before meeting their end at the claws of the vengeful dragons. Seeing no need to destroy the malfunctioned machine, deeming it harmless enough due to being in disrepair, the dragons decided to leave it as it was, to serve as a symbol of their victory over humanity, and as a result, the abandoned abomination spent centuries hidden within the Ghost Workshop, with it only recently discovered by the Hunters Guild, who wanted to study it and get a better understanding of the ancient civilization, but few would suspect that someone within the organization would actually attempt to repair and revive. Behavior is just that it's a killing machine. It has a variety of different modes. These include balance mode, the default mode, and the only one the Elder Dragon weapon does not take by choice, with it reverting to this one upon sufficient damage to the head and chest, unleashing its ultimate attack. In this mode, the Equal Dragon weapon does not focus on one particular element or fighting style, using the 5 elements at its disposal randomly and fighting like a standard Elder Dragon, primarily focusing on physical blows. It does not have access to the unique status effects seen in other modes here. After 45 seconds, it will revert back to one of its other 5 modes. Destruction mode is a short range beam mode that can inflict blast blight on you. There's suffocating mode, which is a water mode. Um, In this mode, the monster largely forgoes doing direct damage in exchange for applying deadly status effects on the hunters, filling the room with streams and pools of toxic water and leaving it to linger on floors and ceilings, similar to how a Dura Mudira utilizes its poison. This water inflicts corrupted poison on contact. There's grenade mode, which is a speedy thunder mode. There's weapon mode, which is a ice weapon mode, and then ferocious mode, which is melee dragon mode. It has 14,000 HP. On G rank, it has 18,200 HP. It can only be found in the Ghost Workshop. There's some monster stats. There's some attacks that they have written up that I won't read through because there is a lot of them. There is an OST that they put down for this monster. This provides weapons for every sort of thing, including the Tonfas and Hunting Whip, in addition to your standard Monster Hunter weapons. Has its armor has good defense, but the Blade Master version has -5 to all resistances, except for Gunner, that has 0. It also looks like this might also be part of Monster Hunter Cataclysm, because I see Nature, Ether, and Void listed.
Probably.
We've got some carves, some breakable parts, a hand drawing of like a humanoid form. And yeah, as it's noted, the Equal Dragon weapon is a remake of the monster of the same name, an artificial monster designed by the ancient civilization. Although mentioned in lore, the monster was never featured in any Monster Hunter games, is not considered canon of Capcom.
Rip. Very cool idea. I liked the concept initially. I think it's maybe not quite something that would rationally fit into most Monster Hunter stuff, but I don't know. I'm a sucker for the idea.
Yeah, it's very clear that this was like one of their original concepts for like the world and whatnot, and they went around it. But I'm not against this. Like I feel like if they put the Equal Dragon weapon into the game and made it a mishmash of existing Elder Dragons, it could be very cool.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Like this is the 8-player raid boss that Cataclysm Man wants us to fight.
It would be quite based if that was something that you could do.
I think this thing is really cool. And I really like the implication because, like, also all the abandoned structures we see throughout the Monster Hunter world, and I've always wondered, like, someone else used to live here.
You know, I didn't put 2 and 2 together, but yeah, that ancient civilization. Someone also mentioned the author also mentions in the comments, if the HP seems off, it's because it's based on Monster Hunter 4 scaling and not world scaling, because like AT Nergigante has like 36k health, but this thing would fit in as a like the most health you could fight in Monster Hunter 4 and Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate.
Damn.
Anyone else have any thoughts on the Equal Dragon weapon?
No, said my piece.
Oh, I really like this image of the tiny hunter finding this thing like strung up somewhere. It gives me big Resident Evil vibes.
That would be pretty cool to be in a Resident Evil game with this.
It looks like Tyrant. Almost,
Yo, this
actually.
could be the Resident Evil crossover monster.
I like how gnarly it looks. How like it has this just metal casing around it, but it's not finished, and it's
just looks terrifying.
It's just this nasty abomination.
For those who are interested, if you go to general, there is a page on the Monster Hunter Wiki about what we know about the ancient civilization, and the Great Dragon War is a thing that happened.
So this would be cool. This would be a cool archaeological, like, I think, or even if there was a Monster Hunter game set.
Yeah, it looks like there's references to it in Monster Hunter, or at least the Ancient Civilization, Monster Hunter 2, Freedom 2, 3 Ultimate, 4 Ultimate, and Frontier.
Well, shall we wrap it around back to the bad?
Sure.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I don't think you should call it bad.
Am I starting us off?
Yeah.
I've already.
Sure.
Oh boy.
Darn it.
Oh boy. mine is less of a meme than most of what you guys managed to choose. I found a concept, actually, a gameplay concept that I think was very bad, but I love the idea. It's got the spirit, but I think it needs a lot more development. It is born skills. The idea originated from Sethio and will be used in Monster Hunter Project Gigas. Basically, it is a secret amount of skill points given to a player while he is creating a character at the start of the game. There are 16 skills that can be found when creating a character. The skills are invisible to the player until he does a certain quest series called The Trials. After completing the series, the user is able to see the hidden skill. The skill can randomly vary from +1 to +4. And you can get attack, defense, fencing, focus, weakness exploit, windproof, earplug, sharpness, yada 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 yada. Upon creating a care, certain lettern being in a user's name will raise the chance of getting certain skills. Also, the appearance a character chooses at the start may influence some skill to be available and also the amount. For example,
What?
some hair colors will make a skill to have the highest amount combined with a name with a certain letter. Using
So you're
numbers in a character name will set skill points to +1 and will be raised even with a certain combination of looks that could normally raise the skill points to max. This was implemented to avoid users using names like Kirito or Asuna, except spelled with 1s and 0s or 5s and 4s. Character created within... More than that, a character created within the first slot of the character select screen, you know, your save file, that will tend to have more offensive skills. The second save slot has defensive skills, and the third slot will have a random chance to have handy skills. You only get one of these, by the way. You don't get a chance to have more.
What the fuck?
Why? Like, this is so utterly extra. Like,
So
like these, like, with these, not like, I don't know which game this is for, but feel like this would hardly matter, or you just
Alright,
get screwed over. You make a character, like you make a character, and you're like, man, I'm getting beat up a little more than usual, and then like you beat the 5-star quest, and they're like, oh yeah, you have -4 to defense. You can't do anything to stop it.
Your eugenics made it so
you can't-
you're worse at
You
defending.
can't get minus to a skill. It's like it just gives you a gem skill. Like you can just randomly
Okay.
always have the attack up skill.
You're still objectively worse than someone with 4, though. So you might
but-
as well
yes,
have
see,
one
Yeah,
with 3.
why are my friends absolutely steamrolling these Devil Joes I'm trying to grind, but when I do it solo, it takes me 5 hours?
Yeah, imagine
Plus,
if you just
this-
started the game with... Yeah, go ahead.
I feel like that this leads to everybody making like the same kind of like characters to get their specific buffs. Like I walk
Yeah.
in, gender studies haircut, my cheekbones pushed all the way in, ready to get my +3 to guard.
name yourself Queef Master 69 to get that guaranteed attack bonus.
Yeah, it also highly limits names too, or not highly limits, but everyone will have similar names.
Yeah, no, it's... I think you guys see, I would love the idea if you could somehow just give your character skills on their own, and then somehow maybe upgrade.
It should be part
or
of like
change those
background.
classes. Yeah, it should be part of like a background that you choose.
Yeah.
The fact that it's totally random to the point that it is actually based on your fucking name is so... It's like a 1989 RPG from Japan that has so many nebulous things.
It's like if I like kicked open the door to the Capcom boardroom after they had just decided that they were going to stop making bad video games. I was like, all right, and I did a line, and I was like, all right, hear me out. So in the character creation screen, if you add up all the numbers of everything, like 6 for lips, 10 for hair, you add them all up, and then you divide that value by 3, and then you square root it by 4. This value determines a random 1 in 256 chance of getting a skill up.
Yeah, it's just so strange. Like, the man who made this, I assume the guy who made this, the person who made this, Sethio, no offense to you, please stop putting crack in your toothpaste. This is insanity.
Speaking of the name thing, do you know what that reminds me of? It reminds me of fucking Pokemon Blue speedrunners, how they name themselves jank shit to get specific glitches.
Yeah, I know. Like, you would do this if you had a hardware limitation on where your data values were being stored. That's why you would do this. I don't think you should ever do this for any reason other than that. This is just so wonderfully silly.
That's
Yeah.
good.
And think, over time, people are just gonna figure out the fucking algorithm, so you're just gonna get people like
You're gonna wind up with non-names. They're all geared, by the way. They're all going to be geared to +4 attack. Nobody is ever going to go for anything other than the +4 attack. That's how
Hey.
Monster Hunter players are.
+4 your pods would be based, alright?
That's true.
If-
+3
if-
earplugs would also be nice.
Yeah, everybody would either go for attack or earplugs, but or if it had critical eye, it's over. Nothing else would be chose.
Imagine naming yourself like your own name, and then you get something like the goddamn sliding affinity boost. It's like, wow, thanks, Capcom.
What I would love, though, is like you have a normal person who doesn't even know what Monster Hunter is, randomly gets +3 earplugs, and just doesn't know why monsters roar. He's like, oh, free damage. Why are they doing this? Anyways, I think the shortcomings are obvious. The solution is obvious. Just make it choosable. Make it part of the mechanics. Let players decide their builds, please.
Attack +4.
Thank you. Anyhow, Nick,
Yeah.
would you like to show your beautiful gift from God?
Oh yeah, I would. I've been waiting for this one.
Go ahead.
All right. Here I was, stumbled upon the wiki, and like a beam from heaven, it shined upon this article. The angelic Plesioff,
Oh God.
the defender of good, the holy hip check itself, our favorite piss can wyvern. I'll dig right in. The angelic Plesioff. Legends tell every April 1st a magnificent creature descends from the heavens to defend which is righteous and punish those who are evil. What it truly means is unknown, and most talk of this creature are only rumors, but one thing is certain. There is a surprising lack of devil joes on this day. The angelic Plesioff, also known as the Defender of Good, the nickname of Holy Hip Check, the Pisces
Damn, he
Wyvern.
thick.
Oh, he damn thick.
Damn, he thick.
Damn, boy.
Damn, boy,
Damn,
he
boy.
thick. That's one thick ass boy right there.
Continue.
The habitats, of course, would be the heavens, wherever devil joes and other evils can be found. It is large in size, relative to Plesioff, whose signature moves are Holy Water Beam and Hip Check of Justice. Its element is holy water. Its afflictments are punishment. It has no weakness. And it's made by our Lord and Savior itself, Werequaza 86. I probably missaid his name, and I feel terrible for it if I did.
No, I mean, unless you say Quaza.
Werequaza.
Yeah, where Quaza, potato.
Angelic Plesioff. The angelic Plesioff is a magnificent wyvern. It is said to punish the evil of the world. If only were if only it were active more than one day a year. Physiology. The angelic Plesioff is the size of a regular Plesioff. It has beautiful golden scales and fins, while its underside is a perfect, pristine white color.
It
It
just
glows
hit
with a
like you wouldn't
spark.
believe.
Oh, it probably does. It got that. I'm not gonna fucking say that.
Say it!
They got the grip of 87 on it.
The grip of
You want me to say it?
The grip of 87. Dude, I wish I had the grip of 87
The
on
grip
me.
of 87.
Alright, it glows a sparkly aura that lights up the darkest of nights. The water beam produces a perfect clear blue color, the purest water of all. Its behavior. The angelic Plesioth behavior is boiled down to what we only know based on rumors. As it appeared where Devil Joes are invading and deal swift justice upon them to defend those hunters with honor. However, it is known to deal punishment to hunters that it deems deserving as well, such as Phoenix.
Such as Phoenix.
I'm not even a longsword main like you, Nick.
You're still evil at heart.
Cup. C.
Abilities.
Plus ratio, plus L.
You fell off.
There.
Shut up.
Plus you fell off.
Pronouns
You're
of
not the
bio.
grip of
Screw
87.
you.
Blue hair.
Middle age.
Abilities. I'm not fucking middle aged. What the hell?
Plus
Okay,
you're 41.
Abilities. The angelic Plesioth abilities are truly magnificent. Its hip checks are unrivaled, able to take Devil Joes down with ease. The holy water beam is said to purify the filthiest of bodies of water. Its sparkling aura that surrounds it lights up the dark and heals those of pure heart. Carbs. The angelic Plesioth have no carbs, and you should feel bad for wanting to hunt such a divine creature. It does have a reward item from its related quest. Holy water. Description. Beautiful and clear water that can purify nearly anything. Don't drink it though, it'll not purify whatever gas you have going on. Weapons. This is some of the best weapons I've ever seen in any game.
It does double its raw damage and elemental damage.
Yeah, it does. We got the holy aqua blade.
How do you
What's
craft this if you can't fucking...
It's
Carve
holy
it.
water. Holy water, dude.
You just piss on your fucking weapon?
Yeah, you do.
I bet it's just the regular Plesioth drops mixed with the holy water.
Let's see, we got 1,107 raw damage on the greatsword and 2,256 water element with the sharpness of purple.
Perp. What's the
Beautiful
description, Nick?
A beautiful sword that can banish the evil that surrounds us, such as Phoenix.
Thank God.
Fucking check inside your pillow tonight. I guarantee you the most crumbliest shit you've ever seen will be in there.
This is why you need to be banished. That's evil.
It's not evil. I'm not like killing your parents.
I'm
You
not
know how
reading all the weapons.
You know how some people like put bags of shit and light them on fire on the porch?
Yeah?
Phoenix does that, only it's bags full of semen.
No.
What the fuck?
Alright.
I
Alright,
thought it
I'm
was
still
funny.
reading
Quest.
the
Read
quest.
the quest.
Angelic Plesioth Patrol, level G3. Location, deserted island. Other monsters none. Client, mysterious priest. Apparently fucking Poochie made this. It is that time of year, Hunter. A young angelic Plesioth must be escorted to the ocean. Don't ask questions. Just listen. Only the trustworthy of the hunters can perform this task. We are counting on you. Quest walkthrough. The angelic Plesioth goes from base camp to area 10 and must not take any damage or the quest will fail. The angelic Plesioth in this quest is tiny. It will only move to areas once other monsters in the area are slain. Everyone has Amphonophs, 2 Jaggies, 5 Bullfangos, 9 has Felines, and 10 has Ludos. The quest reward is holy water, used to make special weapons. Note,
Piss in a jug.
piss. Every
Piss.
April 1st, anytime a Devil Joe appears on unstable quest, the angelic Plesioth will descend from the heavens and hit check it out of the map. This may happen multiple times on a quest. On the same
That's
day,
so
at any
based.
random time during a quest, you attempt tampered with your save file in any way, the angelic Plesioth will descend from the heavens and punish you too. The holy water element is just the water element, and the punishment element is just an instant card, not actual new elements or ailments. Standing in the angelic Plesioth ore will heal you and cure any status. If you have tampered with your save file, it will drain your health rapidly.
Remember the punishment stick, Nick?
Yeah, I remember the punishment stick.
I love it.
And yeah, that's the end of the angelic Plesioth, gentlemen. What do you think?
I love the grip of 87.
Based.
Can I go next?
It checks a Devil Joe out of the map.
I love how it
Can I-
gets to cards.
Charts.
I would like to go next, if that's okay, gentlemen.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Preach.
The greatest creature known to man. I bring to the table for you the aggressor basil geese. The aggressor basil geese is a basil geese that is always angry, always glowing, and gains blast blight. Names. Who's typing? Who's rage typing into the fucking chat? I found out who it was because they muted their microphone. The aggressor basil geese is a master rank exclusive variant of the basil geese. Unlike the regular basil geese, this variant's scales are permanently glowing red hot. It features a few new attacks and also gains blast blight. Titled Volatile Explosive Scale Wyvern. Nicknames Blitz Wyvern, Immolation Giant, Delta Predator, Monster Class Flying Wyvern, Habitats, all of them, size, big. Relative, Basil Geese, signature moves, Scale Blitz, Element, Fire, ailments, Severe Fire Blight, Blast Blight, weaknesses, Thunder, Ice, Dragon. A nefarious variant of the Basil Geese, armed with more robust scales, which it can dislodge to cause massive explosions that send out even more scales, which explode as well. This variant is so dangerous that it can blow up entire ecosystems, leaving nothing but piles of ashes. They behave similarly to the regular basil geese, with the primary difference being their power and threat level compared to the normal relatives. Natural defects born with concussive scales that aren't like the standard. Tinges of powder are emitted from these specialized scales due to an interior chemical reaction that increases the explosive fidelity of the scale. As the individual basil geese grows older, it learns to utilize these distinct scales and the powders they emit to their advantage, blowing up ecosystems and feeding off the remains. It's got the same abilities as the regular basil geese, with differences. Dislodge scale to the larger explosion radius. Its overall movement speed is increased by 1.25 times. In rage mode, it's increased by 1.75 times. During its blitz-esque flying attack, where it rains down its dislodged scales on hunters, the amount of dislodged scales that it rains down is doubled. Its mind scales explode immediately the moment the wyvern itself, a hunter, or a palico go near it, rather than only exploding if triggered by an attack or hit. Explosions then leave traces of explosive powder that inflict blast blight to nearby hunters. After it dive bombs, it flies upwards to dive bomb again. The second dive bomb releases a massive explosion the moment aggressor basil geese hits the ground. While scattering the smaller dislodged scales, it can unveil a much larger ones that not only have a massive explosion radius, but also scatter massive amounts of smaller scales that explode altogether. When it shoots fireballs to the ground, it leaves traces of explosive powder. The powder can inflict blast blight if the hunter is caught near it. Rage state. Its scales start to glow even brighter, and an aura of explosive powder surrounds it. Tired state. Starts leaking saliva from its mouth. Specks around its mouth can inflict blast blight if the hunter is affected by them. Roll in the food chain. Apex. Main prey. Everything that moves. Arch rivals. Basil geese, Devil Joe, Savage Devil Joe. It can turf war against the basil geese, beating the fuck out of it and doing a 1500 damage.
Cursed.
New attacks, large dislodge scale. These drop out slightly rarer than the small ones. When they explode, the radius is massive, and they send out a vast amount of smaller scales everywhere that also explode. Scale blitz. While flying and scattering dislodged scales, it releases an explosive powder from its mouth. When the scale explodes, it triggers the explosive powder to detonate as well, causing a massive array of endless explosions that go all across the affected area. Inflicts blast blade. Nuclear blast ball. It rears upwards as if it was about to shoot a fireball, except its scale starts to glow extremely brightly, resulting in it shooting out a massive ball coated in explode powder that explodes in an extremely massive AoE. The explosion forms a mushroom-like shape similar to a real-life atomic bomb before fading. In-game information. A Basilgeuse variant that holds especially volatile scales in its body. In the heat of combat, the wyvern primes them with explosive substances, obliterating everything in their way. Now, if it is not clear why this is bad in my opinion, it's because fighting the Basilgeuse is already fucking unbearable. So imagine that, only it moves twice as fast and can nuke you.
That
Come
was
on,
like
Jacob.
hell.
Why does nuclear atomic bomb Basilgeuse scare you?
The double-sized explosive radius, when the explosive radius is already pretty hefty, and the fact that it can trigger other explosions from its explosions to do chain explosions,
I think my favorite part
is
is that
fucking ridiculous.
it doesn't even double the area; it doubles the radius, which means it fucking quadruples.
Oh, it quadruples the area. Of course.
Like, memes aside, this doesn't sound like it'd be fun at all to fight.
Yeah,
this
sounds
doesn't
terrible.
sound any fun.
Like, this just sounds like it's there to piss you off. Like,
This is
it's not
hell.
even like, it seems like it would be physically just the look how good I'm at the game, then they'll post this on YouTube and be monster, you know?
Probably, yeah.
It seems like a type of monster where you use the lance or die. Because
Heavy bow gun it.
if you stop blocking for a second, you're just gonna die.
I'm not against the. I too hate fighting the Basilgeuse. So an even stronger one does not sound fun to me, but I can see this being a
There's
thing.
already one. There's already one that's even stronger. Isn't it? What is it? The volatile Basilgeuse, or what's it called? The seething Basilgeuse, which is already terrible to fight because it's harder than the normal one.
True.
It just burns. It just burns more.
Yeah, I see the author in the comments says that he's aware that they came out with a variant, so this is probably the deviant version.
God, that's hell.
I don't think this should be a. Well, it's just my opinion.
The seething Basilgeuse is already basically a nuclear weapon. We don't need to make one literally a nuclear weapon.
But it's funny.
Is it?
It's so funny.
Yeah, I think that we should preface that I think we can all agree that this is a well-written article. It's just that we are biased because we don't like the Basilgeuse.
I love fighting.
If anything, I think this article did a very good job of making
fighting
us
the
hate
Basilgeuse
even more.
But the Basilgeuse is not fun to fight sometimes. Sometimes it's cool, but sometimes you just get stun locked over and over by the fucking everything it does. So giving it a more ability to stun lock the shit out of you, it's like the video game equivalent of a fucking kidney stone.
Yeah, I can see how it's a kidney stone.
All right, how many more do we have? Who hasn't?
I believe Phoenix and Sergio's.
Yes. I will go first because I think Phoenix's works better as a finisher. Mine is entitled "The Handler Jiva," which is another April Fool's Day joke. So the Handler Jiva, the
Oh my god, it's so scary.
the logo is of a four-legged elder dragon with a humanoid appearance. Handler Jiva is a mysterious elder dragon. Its titles are the Deceiving Dragon. Its nicknames are the Handler, Spino's Worst Nightmare, who I think is the author, yes, and the Best of the Worst, and the Duality of Monster Hunter. It is an elder dragon. It can be found in the Confluence of Fates area in the Secluded Valley. It is 4,420 centimeters long. Its relatives are the
0.69.
0.69. Its relatives are the Fatalists, the Dire Moralis, the Alatrian, and the various Jivas. It has water, fire, steam, and dragon. It has a lot of blights, noxious poison, venom, corrosion, effluvium, and stun, just because. Its weakness is dragon and excite shrimp. There's also
that
a
drawing
horrible...
of it is so scary.
Yeah, not a horrible drawing, but a horrible depiction of this thing, as in it's cursed. Handler Jiva is a large elder dragon that resembles Xeno and Safi Jiva in overall size and build, possessing 2 wings, long front limbs, and shorter hind legs. Its body, outside of the face and colors, mostly looks like that of Safi Jiva, only differentiating itself with the decorative mint-colored membranes with blue patterns on its shoulders and the spikes on its right arm, which resemble the slinger used by hunters of the Commission. Its face is somewhat humanoid, being reminiscent of a cross between a woman, a snake, and a crocodile. Its human form is just the handler. Behavior. Unlike its namesakes and most other elder dragons, Handler Jiva is not strictly aggressive. It is quite cunning and intelligent, deceiving its victims in the form of a woman, before eventually luring them to the confluence of fate where it devours them. Its physical properties are rather lacking when compared to elder dragons, but it makes up for it through intellect and sheer malice. Placement in the food chain. As a mostly nomadic creature, Handler Jiva occupies a high spot in the food chain of the entire New World. It devour any living creature that can fit in its greedy jaws to satiate its eternal hunger, and due to its size and prowess, does not fear any competition. Despite its entire body being adapted to a carnivorous lifestyle, Handler Jiva seems to have a fondness for excite shrooms, which it will devour en masse. Strangely enough, Handler Jiva seems to attract monsters to attack it. Why it does so is unknown, but the attacker often loses to the overwhelming power of the Elder Dragon before being devoured. Handler Jiva leaves behind a variety of tracks, such as hair, scales, footprints, and mangled colonies of excite shrooms. Special behavior. Despite being extremely dangerous and intelligent in battle, Handler Jiva will be curious and playful once it picks up the scent of excite shrooms. Hunters can use this to advantage by dropping some on the ground and attacking while Handler Jiva is distracted by the mushrooms it loves so much. Unlike its namesakes, Handler Jiva is unable to produce and fire large energy bursts. Instead, its stomach is able to hold and store a large variety of different fluids and materials, ranging from corrosive acid, poisonous fluids, rotting gases, and even boiling water, which it spits at foes. Its extreme intellect and ability to change appearance within seconds makes it an extremely dangerous foe. Handler Jivas have to be mountable. However, no hunter has managed to do so as now.
Phoenix would love to mount the Handler Jiva.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Phoenix, you got owned.
This is what cyberbullying is. Don't come to Discord tomorrow.
In-game description. A cunning elder dragon that resembles the Jiva genus. Wait, is that the handler? I'm not here to write biographies. Taxonomy. Due to its shape-shifting abilities and ranking as an elder dragon, finding out this creature's place in the Tree of Life is the most headache-inducing task ever laid on mankind. Originating from a yet unknown location in the old world, Handler Jiva managed to traverse the ocean to the new world by sneaking onto the ship that was supposed to bring the Fifth Fleet to the continent during the Elder Crossing. Here, it waited until Xeno Jiva was slain and claimed its old nest as its own, only to wander to the hinterlands of the defeat of Safi Jiva, where it settled down in the now empty, secluded valley. Ecological niche. By devouring everything in its path, the Handler Jiva is also an animal more of a divine force to punish all lives for their
said niche instead of niche.
Niche is the biological term.
You should biologically suck on my cock and penis. I'm not
gonna do that.
I'm not giving you five for that one.
Come on, Nick, get me up.
Handler Jiva does not care who or what you are. Handler Jiva will find you. Handler Jiva will make you pay.
Okay.
We got backstory and questline. Prologue. Disguised as a human,
this questline is so long, by the way.
Oh, damn.
Continue, Sergio.
Disguised as a human, sneak on the Fifth Fleet, which is supposed to take the Greenhorn Hunters and their assigned handlers to the New World. It manages to quietly assassinate the handler originally designed for the soon-to-be Sapphire Star, devouring her alive in one bite, not leaving a trace. The disguised Elder Dragon then pretends to be the hunter's assigned partner, calling them Pard. Upon arrival in the new world, the handler Jiva acts incompetently on purpose while hunting with its alleged partner. Sensing that the hunter may be the only foe who will stand a chance against her, and wanting to know how they fight and act during hunts to prepare for the eventual duel. After the Sapphire Star slays Xenojiva, handler Jiva, attracted by the bioenergy, makes its way to the Confluence of Fates, transforming into the hideous dragon form, showing its true bloodthirsty colors to the new world. So there's the phase 1 of the quest line, which starts right after you've slayed Xenojiva. One morning, the Sapphire Star notices their partner missing. Slightly concerned about the usually very clumsy woman's well-being, they report to the commander about it. He sends them out into the ancient forest to go looking for her, but what they find is not exactly what they were searching for. Don't need to read the quest descriptions, we'll just read the description. While looking for a partner, the hunter comes across what looks like to be massive handprints of the ancient forest. After finishing the hunt, they report to the commander what they saw, and are tasked to follow the tracks which leads into the Wildspire Waste. So then they kill a Diablos and a Teostra in the next quest. While exploring the wasteland, the hunter comes across more strange footprints. What they also find are absolutely mangled colonies of Exciteshrooms, which they had noticed but mostly overlooked while hunting in the ancient forest. This wouldn't have been a strange sight considering how beloved the mushrooms are with herbivores, if it wasn't for the clearly carnivorous bite marks on the colonies. After finishing the quest and still not having found their partner, the hunter reports what they found out, slowly became suspicious. The hunter is tasked to follow the tracks again. The trail leads them over to the Great Ravine in the Coral Highlands, where you have to fight a Legiana and a Kirin. I feel like Todd.
I would love to fight Kieran.
Todd would.
But I don't get it. They're not spelled the same.
Bruh.
After
After finding even more Tonerpal part Exciteshroom colonies, the hunter is starting to wonder whether all this is just a prank set up by the handler and her mushroom mafia. However, the tracks still won't leave them alone, since the hunter's curiosity is just too strong. They return to Estera and are once again attached with following the footprints. This time, the trail leads them to the Rotten Vale, where you have to fight an Odogaron and a Valhazak. After slaying the beast and finding more footprints of the unknown monster, the hunter is sure that whatever footprints belong to is headed for the Everstream. They quickly return to Estera, report, and then are tasked to traveling to the Elder's Reach to check for anything out of the ordinary. There, you must fight a Basilgeuse and a Nergigante. Kill me. The hunter notices that the Nergigante they're fighting seems to be stressed and very hungry. Something must have caused it to flee from its usual hunting ground, and whatever can scare a Nergigante is more an urgent threat. After slaying the beast, the hunter returns to Estera, where the Admiral and Seeker are already waiting for them. They travel down to the Everstream together and return to the Confluence of Fates, where a hunter once took down Xenojiva. And there she is, their alleged partner, the handler, was in the Confluence of Fates all along. Before the hunter can talk to her, she turns around, cackling maniacally, before turning into a massive dragon. The three leave immediately before the monster can devour them one by one. Three of them report what they saw. The hunter is sent to take out the beast, where you finally repel handler Jiva. The hunter manages to dry off the beast, robbing it off the power it gained through the bioenergy in the Everstream. It flies off in the distance after their duel, and the hunter returns to Estera, where they're celebrated as a hero once more. Everything seems to be somewhat back to normal for. And then there is a part 2 that happens after the ending of Iceborne, after you've slayed Safi Jiva. I would like to believe that's how Iceborne ends. I didn't play it. Sapphire Star is asleep in their bed one morning, when suddenly they get awoken by rather violently being thrown against a wall. Somewhat dizzy from the impact, they wake up to the tracker telling the Admiral that he should be less brutal with his message. Before the hunter decides to ask what is going on, the tracker explains that fresh tracks of handler Jiva had been found in the Elder's Recess. The hunter quickly departs to see them for himself. You have to fight a Brachydios and a Ruiner Nergigante. Indeed, the hunter finds both large hand-like footprints in the ravaged Exciteshroom colonies, typically left behind by handler Jiva. They follow the tracks so they reach the Rotten Vale, where the tracker is already waiting for them. Then you must fight a Tigrex and a Black Veil Valhazak. After slaying the two monsters that trapped the tracker within their camp in the Rotten Vale, the hunter and tracker decide to climb up the Coral Highlands, where they meet the Admiral, currently fist-fighting a Zenogre. The arrival of his two friends distracts the Admiral enough for the Zenogre to overpower him and wound him. However, after a powerful punch to the nose, the Zenogre yelps and runs away. The hunter and tracker bring the Admiral to the research base located in the Highlands, where the tracker taking care of the Admiral's wounds, while the hunter takes down two dangerous monsters, which are the Zenogre and Anamiel. The hunter takes on the two monsters easily, with the Admiral's wounds taken care of. The unlikely trio leaves the research base and follows the tracks back. Traversing the Great Ravine with Windrakes, they find themselves back in the Wildspire Waste, where they're attacked by a Glavenus and Teostra. After killing them, they head back to where they met Valkana, and then they are ambushed by a Nargacuga and a Chameleos. They murder them, and find out the handler Jiva is in the hinterlands. But first, before they can do that, they have to go kill a Barioth and Velkhana in the Hoarfrost Reach. So the handler Jiva is now in the Guiding Lands, but of course they're attacked by yet another filler monster, Shara Ishivalda. Once they do that, we have to do Handling the Handler 2, Excite Shroom Boogaloo, to slay the beast once and for all. However, they wake up and find themselves back at their bed in Celiana. The handler is leaning over them with a worried expression. Sirius Ishvalda are the last words they hear from their partner before passing back out.
I just want to say, Sergio, Shara Shivalda isn't just your standard filler monster. That's the actual end monster to Iceborne.
Well, like I said, I didn't play it. I didn't finish it, so how would I know that?
No, I just find it funny how you called the final boss a filler.
Trivia. The monster is supposed to be a somewhat ironic take on all the overpowered monsters created, while also mocking its own creator's love for the handler in a lighthearted manner. The concept of this monster was really spawned off an old theory to discover whether the handler was Xeno'jiiva all along. This is unironically really good. I do like the concept of like, because there is in mythology of like the siren that like lures men to their doom and they turn into a monster. And the fact that they wrote out an entire quest line for this when they didn't need to, I think makes it better.
Babe. You know what'd be even
All
better
right.
for this, though? If it changed based on the handler skin you had equipped, so like if you had the Mr. X skin on it, it'd just be a weird Mr. X creature running around.
Matt, what did you think of Handler Jiva?
Flamethrower. I'd like a weapon type for it right now.
What about the tire iron?
I've already got the heavy bow gun for that.
You
I
make
think
the
it's-
Alatrian tire iron.
Yes. Unironically, though, this is a grade S level shitpost. There are very few jokes made with this level of editing quality and artistic merit. That's what scares me so much.
Guys, open the quest description for the Slay Shara Ishvalda. It's the coming down precipitation.
What is
I
this?
These are rap lyrics to some song. I don't know which
Oh
one.
my god,
but
it's
it's
based
really
on
funny.
the I can't remember the channel name.
It's
There's
gas.
a joke.
It's Gas Money by Xavi Roussan.
This is based on a joke that somebody did like a Monster Hunter Iceborne animated or something. It's based on that joke. This is based on that joke. God, this is fucked.
Good.
Now, I
Right, I
believe
believe-
Phoenix has one last thing for us.
Yep.
Tell them what it's called, Phoenix.
This formidable foe I like to call really annoying bee shittin'. I don't care how it's properly pronounced. It's called the bee shittin'.
It's the
now.
B shot. No! I don't like that picture. No!
What is it?
I'll
No!
post it. Check
What are we-
fanfic links.
Why is it? What?
I don't like that it's Donkey from Shrek's head welded on to the face of a fucking B-Shot 10 with the word
Infinite above it.
Why is Eddie Murphy a be shitting?
Really annoying bee shittin' is a monster that has been sent to the depths of hell, but came back as even Satan himself found it too annoying and now lives in a swamp with Shrekagante. Titles: the most annoying thing in existence. Nickname: Abomination. Monster class: don't know. Do I look like Albert Einstein to you? Habitats: everywhere. 'Cause why not? Size: almost as big as. Relatives: yeeting fruit monkey. Shrekagante. Signature move: lightspeed yeet. Elements: everything. Ailments: everything. Weaknesses: none.
Oh,
And the creator is a hideous creature. It straight up just says hideous creature.
well,
Okay.
it's true.
Physiology. Really annoying bee shitting. Looks almost identical to the original counterpart, but there is one difference. If you look closely, like very, very closely, like extremely closely, like as close as the creator of this will stop making Zenith monsters. Like as close as I have one more variant monsters as original one. Sounds what okay? You can see that one tiny minuscule part of this bee shitting is slightly darker. Oh yeah, and the donkey
Donkey.
Donkey.
behavior. This bee shitting throws more fruits. What do you expect? Some high level fantasy Mach 8 speed attacks? No. No, my friend. It just throws more fruits. Okay, I'll admit. It's a bit more aggressive and territorial, I guess. Why do I keep making aggressive monsters? I swear. Alright, abilities. Remember how I said this shittin' has Mach 8 speed attacks? Well, it's true. Sword off. Wait, but didn't you say it didn't have much? Shut up, whoever you are. I swear I need to stop doing this kind of stuff. But anyways, mainly its fruit throwing attacks and its tornado attack are as fast as light. So, 299,700. Actually, no, that is wrong. That's 299,792,458 M/S. I don't know what that is. I think. To be honest, I have no idea if you're a rocket scientist or
Meters
smarter
per
than me.
second, I think.
Yeah, meters per second.
Meters
Don't
per
murder
second.
me in my sleep if I have it wrong, okay? Taxonomy. I don't know what this is. Definitely an animal, monkey. What even is this thing? It has a weird face and a tail. You know, I suck at taxonomy, so let's move on, okay? Actually, I skipped it because action. Cutscene. I don't know where to start. Do you have any idea what you're fighting? Do you have any idea what this thing is? Basically, kind of big deal. Oh man, send help. You still here? Okay. Grass grows, monsters murder each other in that thing. It yeets fruit at light speed. This thing is a force of nature. If you were from where that monster was from, you'd be fucking dead.
What the
In-game
fuck?
stuff, I don't know. The creator's pretty done. Rage states and tired. Rage. You fool. You absolute giant fool. Do you know what you just did? You awakened its true power, and now you will pay the price.
I love how Phoenix's audio is going
Crunch.
to be scuffed at the end of the episode.
Good.
Yes.
There's not gonna be
Tired.
any audio.
Did you really think this thing would get tired? You are wrong. Interactions with stuff. Yeah, I don't know what this means, so I'm gonna say fuck it and give it absolutely everything. Yeah, these are getting old, I know. Mountain clutch claw effects. Mountain. What? You think you're gonna ride this absolute beauty of a creature? Nah, fam. This thing's gonna wreck you. Just don't even think about it, okay? And clutch claw. Okay, before you get excited or, I don't know, you can't clutch claw this thing. It'll pull out an Uno reverse. Breakable parts with an asterisk. You absolute humongous F-wording piece of crap. Why do you want to break the parts of this thing? Can't you just leave this thing in peace? Physical damage effectiveness. None. You can't cut it. You can't impact it. You can't pierce it. And also sharpness damage effectiveness, infinite. And elemental effectiveness, you can't blight it. You can't use the Fanon blights either. Those are negated. They will pull out a Uno reverse card and inflict the blights upon you. So this goes for every effect, every status effect. You're just dead. Item effectiveness, fucking nothing. You ain't got shit. Oh, and here's a quest. It's called Suffer. Level infinite.
I don't know what anime
get-
opening this is.
The reward you get 0 zenny. You get nothing. You lose. And the time
So
limit, you have infinite amount of time though. They give you that. The contract fee, you're gonna have an infinite debt on your fucking life. You will gain no more zenny. It's in Shrekigante's swamp as well. And client is just whoever. Oh no, wait, the client is Juma Gokuno Sugeki. I can't speak Japanese, but it's that really okay.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
So the description is a Japanese joke known as the Jugemu joke. Basically, it's a joke in which a couple names their baby this incredibly long name. There are many variations of it, but the humor comes from like having to name it. Like the kid bumps his head, and they go to the doctor, and then they have to recite his name, and because it took so long, it like healed back up. Or the kid dies, and they have to go running around and telling everybody the full name of him, and it takes forever.
Yeah, I can't remember
And then
why specifically, but there's a Full Metal Alchemist video of Scar and Führer Bradley saying that name to each other. I don't know why it exists. I'll research it. Keep going, Phoenix.
yeah, and the other quest is Suffer 2, Suffering Boogaloo. Torture, if you will. And then it's just the same quest copied over. The quest was so good, it had a second one. Attacks. It has all of Beast Shitten's attacks, but better, of course. What'd you expect? Except it has Suffer. It yeets itself at light speed and has a 100% chance to inflict every blight. Lightspeed fruit. Yeets a fruit at light speed and also has 100% to inflict every blight. Ultimate Omega Super Hyper Insane Edgy Fruit Yeet. It takes about 4,000 years to charge this attack, but it holds a fruit in its tail and constantly screams. I don't know, I guess every element is to attack you again, and once the 4,000 years are over, the game crashes because the attack is way too glorious for your simple mind to comprehend. Carves? No. If you already didn't die from the 4,000 year wait, or the earth hasn't exploded or something, you still wouldn't be able to carve this thing because why would it be able to be carved? Equipment. But if you somehow get the materials, your reward is in Morse code nothing. Oh, and the BGM is very important. I recommend all of you click on it.
I know that hyperlink.
The fuck?
I don't need to click on it. I know that.
What is it?
What do you
Click on
think it
Nick.
is?
Is it just Rickroll?
Yes.
Oh, and there's some notes as well. It's rated PS for pretty stupid. That is the sequel to Shrekigante. The creator had 0 brain cells while making this. Also said he was going to continue a tradition of slapping something on a monster render and calling it a day. Creator sounds like a dumbass, not gonna lie. Not mine.
All right. That's the end of the episode.